Get ready to get ready. Coming to you live from the MFG studios in the heart of America's summer golf capital. We help you play better golf. It's time to get your game on and take it deep. This is the Mike Fay Golf Show. Here's your host, Mike Fay.
Well, hello everyone from Northern Michigan. My name is Mike Fay. I'm the Director of Player Performance here at the Boyne Golf Academy. And tonight, we are treated to golf's most interactive online show. And I'm very excited that you guys should join us. Let me introduce you to the crew tonight. In the top left-hand corner is Frank Guastella, the PGA Master Professional and PGA Rules Official here in Michigan. He is in St. Clair, Michigan. How you doing, Frank?
I'm doing wonderful, Mike, and hello, Brent, and hello, Jason. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hey, guys, great.
Great, guys.
And then right below me is Brent Davis from PGA of Australia. How are you, my friend?
I am very well, thank you, Mike. Good afternoon/evening to everybody over there. Hope you're all staying safe and warm over there.
Yes, we'll be having a chat about that for sure. And over here, down to my bottom left, Mr. Jason Helman. How are you, Jay?
Hey, I'm great, guys. Thanks for having me again, Mike. Enjoy being on the show and looking forward to a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be good as always. Well, tonight we have a pretty cool lineup for you guys. Let's get into it. What do you think, gents?
Let's get to it.
Let's
go.
So tonight's lineup is sponsored by Tifosi Optics. And we're going to talk about the bomb cyclone and what does that mean? I never knew what it meant until this past week, but we'll talk all about it. Talk about Tiger Slice this week. It was an awesome shot. We'll show it to you again. Yeah, I'm sure you've seen it if you guys have been watching on social media. Helman's Hot 5 again will be on. Jay with his favorite things that happened this past week. We're going to do Fix My Swing from a gentleman here in Michigan, which is pretty cool. Talk a little bit about MFG University. And Brent is going to do a feature on golfers with disabilities. Pretty cool stuff about inclusion in the game of golf. And then, of course, we've got Frank doing Playing by the Rules here at the end. If you guys have any comments at all about the weather here in Michigan, and I know that Jay is going through it as well, leave those for us in the comments because it's something else. And it's the first thing that we want to talk about tonight. It's called a bomb cyclone. I never knew what that meant until now. We are experiencing winds of upwards of 40 to 60 miles an hour across the state of Michigan and snowing heavily. And I don't know, well, we probably have had a blizzard warning from the National Weather Service, but that means do not go outside because you can't see, you can't travel, and there's ice everywhere. So we want to know tonight in the comments, hopefully you guys are staying inside and nice and warm like us and been out there. If you have been out there, we want to know where you are and how bad it is. How bad is it down there, Frank, for you down in St. Clair?
Just windy here, Mike. We had rain today, and actually there's not much snow left on the ground. So outside of the winds, it's cooling off, obviously, right now. We're getting a few flurries, but you can still travel, you can still get out, you can still do things.
Yeah, we've probably gotten about 5 to 7 inches of snow, and early on today they closed the Mackinac Bridge. That beautiful bridge you saw in our opening was closed for a while, and right now they're taking vehicles across escorted. So it's really bad. You can't see anything. The snow is blowing so hard and the wind's blowing so hard. So everybody stay safe. We are so glad that we are on. So at any time that we go off, you know that we have lost power here in Michigan, and that's why it's off, and we'll be back on when we can be back on. But for now, we're on. So pretty cool stuff. Let's see. First up, we're going to talk about Tiger Slice. What'd you think about that shot, you guys out there? Let's hear some comments.
Phenomenal.
Jason, Gus, what do you think, buddy? What do you think about Tiger Slice out of the bunker, that shot? Top 10, top 5? See, he's on.
Something else. How you doing, Jay? Good to have you on, my friend. Tiger Slice. We're going to pull it up for you guys. If you have not seen it, it's been all over social media, like Brent reminded us. It's been everywhere. And let's just talk about this little video here from PGA Tour Live. It is something else. So he hits his tee shot in the bunker there. And now he has to negotiate a tree in front of him. And he's got to hit this around the tree. And you can see the flag right there, probably right underneath in the middle of that tree. And I would say, what do you think, gents? This is probably his definitely top 10 all-time shot he's ever hit.
Oh, I would agree.
Maybe top 5.
So many good shots, though. It's hard to pick a top 10.
It is. And watch what that ball does going towards the hole. Something else.
It would have been cool if you hold it.
So I wanted to go back in here, and I wanted to talk about how he hit this shot, you guys, with all of us here. And the way in which he hit this shot, and you can see this tree out here, he has to hit this under this tree and around and get it to the flag. So he's aimed way, way left, and the club face is to the right of his feet a little bit, but not to the right, pointing towards the tree, but still left of the tree. And when he does this, he's going to hold the club face open and keep it from flipping over here with this. We've got a couple of still pictures that we want to show you here about that. Let's get everybody else on here and we'll talk about this. So this is what Tiger looked like at just post-impact. And you see that golf club, the toe is not flipped over yet, but then right after that you can see what he does is he really keeps that club face open to the club path that he was swinging on. So he was swinging way to the left and kept his club face open. That seems to be something that a lot of golfers do anyway when they hit a slice, right, guys?
Yeah.
I think you've seen enough on TrackMan.
Yes, we have seen a lot.
What's your highest one on TrackMan you've seen?
Highest
20?
club face angle is over 25, 26 degrees, pointing to the right of the target line. So, you know, and then my point is with this is that you don't fix a slice by aiming to the left. It makes it worse, right? So the farther you aim to the left, the more the path moves to the left, the more the ball curves to the right. So he did this on purpose, which was pretty cool. It was pretty awesome to see. Neat stuff. I think it's contest time. What do you think, guys? Do we have any comments here? We got some comments going. We got any comments here on Facebook?
Not yet.
No comments yet, just a lot of people saying hello.
Mr. Post, how are you, my friend? Yes, the weather is tough up here. Let's see. Yes, it is. Awesome to have you on.
It's hot here.
Yes, exactly. Hey, it's nice and warm. We should all go visit Brent, I think. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Come down to the sunshine. It's beautiful down here. Very nice.
I'll be down soon.
Sounds good. Have some fun.
Yes, it's all good stuff. Anybody out there on Periscope tonight?
We've got a few tuning in, but no comments yet. So, guys, feel free to chat them out.
Yeah, we want to hear what you think of Tiger's shot. What did you think of that? Okay, it's contest time. I am ready. What do you guys think?
Let's go.
Let's go.
It is contest time. And tonight, the contest to be eligible to win our contest tonight, and we are giving away a pair of Tifosi sunglasses. To be eligible to win, you must tag 2 friends and type the word Tifosi in the comments of this live stream in order to win. And that will put you on our Friends of the Show list, which is awesome, in Messenger. And after the show, we'll send you an opt-in to join us, which is pretty cool. And you'll be able to confirm that you're in, and then hopefully you win, which is pretty cool. So thank you so much to Fosi for sponsoring our show. It'll be pretty cool. We will let you know in the posts coming up who wins. And if you guys are on Periscope, you can do the same thing. Or if we are on YouTube as well, you can do that as well. So we will be checking all of that out. All right, Mr. Helman, are you ready, my friend?
I think I'm ready, yeah.
Okay. Let's get you on here. There he is. Look at that guy. Good-looking guy.
Comes the highlight of the show.
It is. Oh, yeah. I am so excited about this moment. We've been working on this for months. It's so cool to have him here. PGA of Canada Teacher of the Year and Professional Development National winner. Pretty cool stuff. So, Helman's Hot 5. Go ahead and explain what you're about to do, my friend.
Well, we come up with, did you put them up there? Or
oh, I've got them ready.
You got them ready, okay. So I got top 4 because my 5th one got stolen, Tiger Slice. So that would have been my 5th one. We've got the Olsen and Jutanagarn backstopping controversy. Now, while that touches on the rules a little bit, it's, for me, more the character issue of accusing someone of being a cheater when they haven't been called for a rules violation, and it's been plastered all over social media. So I think that's a bit irresponsible on some of the media's part. The girl was not called for the rules infraction. I believe. I don't know her. I don't know either one of them. But it seems to me when I look, I've counted the seconds, 9.42 seconds after Aria's ball stopped. She was waved off, and then the other girl took 19.43 seconds to hit a shot. So there's no time to make a plan there to help any player. It seems to me that she was just ready, and by her quote, she just said, "I'm fine." And when Aria went to mark her ball. So in my eyes, it's a bit disrespectful to call her a cheater when there was no rules infraction called by several people, and neither of them in the end knew the rule in the first place. So how could they make a plan?
What do you think about that, Frank?
I totally agree with Jason. I saw nothing wrong with what went on there. I saw no collusion. I saw no bad intent. I saw a player that was ready to play, and she just told the other girl, "Hey, no need for you to mark the ball. I'm ready. I'm going to hit it. Let's go." They're just moving. That's all.
I get that, and I don't think there was a plan made, but if the ball was 6 inches in front of the hole, he would have stopped and held off for it to be marked, I'm sure.
Maybe.
She might have. We don't know that, though.
Yeah, but I mean, her line, she said her line was not even near where her ball was anyway, where she was trying to hit it. So it was 3 feet right of it or something like that. I think that was somewhere else. But
if her ball was on her intended line, she probably would have held off to get it marked, I would have thought.
I just didn't see an issue with anything that went on there, personally. Not a thing.
It just happened so quickly. I mean, it's not like she yelled over and said, "Hey, no, I'm aiming for it. Just leave it there. Thanks." You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't think she's aiming for it, but if it happens to help her, which it did, then good luck. But isn't that what their real rules designed to stop?
Yeah, it is. But I don't. In my opinion, the player that was hitting the shot wasn't trying to use her ball. I mean, she just happened to hit it. I've seen that situation, I can't tell you, countless times. And in none of those situations have I felt or thought that a player was trying to do anything illegal or trying to use that ball as a backstop. That's just my opinion.
Okay.
I didn't see anything wrong with what went on there. You know,
Yeah.
my ruling would have been what the ruling was. Okay, the player that hit the shot plays the ball as it lies, and the other girl whose ball got hit puts her ball back to where it was. That's what I thought the issue was.
Yeah, there was a Twitter comment, I think, on one of my posts that said, you know, where does it stop? Where does it end? And I mean, I think I remember 3 years ago it is now. Now, that's only for the putting green, right? This rule, right, Frank?
Right, correct.
On the putting green. So there was part of 3, Canadian Open, 15th hole. Yeah, 15th hole. And guy hits it, you know, spins back and rolls off the other guy's ball and goes in the hole. Same issue or not same issue?
Same issue.
Yeah, so that ball helped his ball go in the hole for a hole in one. So does that guy get a 2-shot penalty because the other guy didn't run up and mark his ball from 145 or 55 yards?
No.
Right. So kind of, I think it's kind of the same thing, unless there's another rule for that I don't know about. But you know, that's essentially backstopping. Ball hit a ball on a green, rolled in the hole. It counts as a 1. So.
Shout out to Mr. Strickland. How are you, my friend? Thanks for tuning in tonight. All right, next one, Jay.
Next one, DJ wins and will now be, I believe, number 1 after next weekend because Justin Rose is not playing. It just goes to show that, I mean, I did a little bit of research last year, I think it was, last spring. Someone said that the long ball, you know, you have to hit it long to win on tour. And I can't remember the exact, I think it was 29 events in. And 72% of the players that drive it under 300 yards won on tour. And the remainder percentage was the guys who drive it over 300 yards, and that included multiple wins. But his shots into the green today were pretty outstanding. Everything was pretty close. Didn't miss much. And, you know, obviously length helps. Hit it past all the trouble. That golf course looked super tight. I've obviously never played there, but just every tee shot looked like it was right out of a chute that's like 10 yards wide. Kind of like 18. I don't know. I've been to Augusta a couple of times and just stood behind 18T, and it is very, very tight. Looking up that fairway, definitely doesn't fit my eye as a lefty. I don't hit the little apple turnover draw, but you need to on that hole if you're a lefty. I'd be hitting it in way left. I'd be in a bunker somewhere. But super tight golf course, and he pretty much ate it up. What did he win by 5 or 6 over Rory?
Yeah, he did eat it up. No doubt.
So he was just dialed in.
Tiger played pretty good.
Tiger played pretty good on the weekend. This is 66-69 on the weekend for a T10. And then, you know, I see an article, or I was watching Golf Channel, and Brandel came on and said he was very conservative and he didn't like his play and all kinds of stuff where he's, you know, hitting it in from 200 plus yards all day. Well, he's not a very good driver of the ball, Brandel, so no wonder he didn't hit driver off of 10-yard wide shoots. Probably not super confident. So he can hit his little stinger all day or get it in play and have a chance to score, right? 66 on Saturday was pretty good.
I think he happened to take a British Open title with the same kind of strategy, so it must be something to it.
Mm-hmm.
You'd think, right? Yeah, he didn't
really.
hit driver in that tournament all day, but of course he doesn't bring that up anyways. But I think I turned it off right after that.
So he didn't entertain you, eh, Jason?
No, when I change the channel, that's me blocking him back. I'm one of the 24,000 that he's blocked.
He hasn't blocked me yet.
Oh, no?
No.
If you question anything he says, he'll block you.
All right,
He might block you after that. British Open comment. You never know. Hey, he wanted to know that strategy with the British Open. He could be blocked right after that. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's it. I'll tweet it out and see what happens.
You've called him out.
If he's paying attention to the podcast, we'll be.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm sure. Who knows what he's doing? All right, we're up to number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Casey's caddy and pin sheet gate. This was kind of funny. I saw this one too. So Paul Casey is on. I think it was round 2. Was it Friday? Him and his caddy were playing, and they got to the 13th hole, and the numbers didn't add up, and he had gotten the pin sheet. So they're playing in Mexico, and they had gotten the pin sheet from the Puerto Rico Open, and they were going off of that. So they managed to scrape it around for 12 holes and be okay until the numbers didn't add up on the 13th hole. So that was kind of, so there's a caddy player website that they can download pin sheets from, and they had downloaded the one from the Puerto Rico Open and the off week event. So that was kind of funny. Bit of
he might get a Kucha pay cut.
Yeah, no, they were both laughing about it, actually. There's an article about it. They were both laughing, so it's kind of funny, I guess. You got the pin sheet wrong. Not even the right event, but at least you got the right day.
It just shows you how good he is. That's it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it just shows how unimportant it is to know where the flag is.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it hit the green. And I remember I played in college, and with they I think we talked about this before. Maybe they used to light the kids used to light the pins on fire. So they took the pins out after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or I think it was maybe 5 o'clock. I'm not sure. So we played the front 9 with no pins, and it went around in 1 over par. It was crazy. And I hit one to 1 foot on the 8th hole at Deer Run Country Club in Orlando.
I've done that as a coaching strategy, actually, to take them away from aiming for the flag all the time, so they aim for the center of the green. And
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Okay, next one.
Oh yeah, sorry, that was an add-on to DJ. I didn't even know this. I saw this. You get 20 wins on tour, and you get a lifetime exemption. So that is that's pretty substantial, and I didn't even realize he had 20 wins.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. Really good.
Impressive career to have 20 wins on PJ Tour.
Yeah, right?
Doing something right.
Yes. Mr. Barry, welcome to the show. How are you, my friend? Let's see who else is on here. Did you guys see who else is on? Give some
We got Rick
shout-outs.
Bond.
Ron's on there.
Local PGA professional, and Jason Gus.
Awesome. Welcome, you guys. It's awesome that you're here. Very, very cool. Should we go into Fix My Swing, gents?
Sure,
Yep,
that's it.
let's do it.
Okay. Brent, I'll let you take it away for a little bit, and I'll get this thing hooked up.
Get this swing up. I had a quick peek at it this morning, and it's a pretty good move for looks like an older golfer. But did you guys have a chance to check it out as well?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I think he does move that club pretty well. I think with a couple of little tweaks there, I think we can get that little baby drawback he's looking for.
Yes, he's looking for a baby draw, for sure. All
It's
right. Let's get it rolling here. What's up? Put these guys on here with you. Go ahead. Let me see if I can get it rolling here. See if we can get it on. I think we can.
It was good to see it in slow motion as well, so it's certainly easy to evaluate.
Yes, it is. And there it is. How about that? Okay, Fix My Swing is powered by Coach Now. Thank you so much to Coach Now for helping us out with this. Pretty cool stuff. Mr. Ron Harris up on the screen here. Ron's from Traverse City. How you doing tonight, my friend? He says he is inconsistent and would love to get the baby draw back in the bag. So let's take a look at it. I'm gonna start off and make some comments, and then we'll all throw in, huh? How about? Okay. So one of the things that I noticed, it looks like he's a little bit too far away from the ball here, Ron, and I'd love to see you get a little bit closer to the ball. I'm going to put up some plane lines here. Talk about this. So when we take the backswing here, we get the golf club going a little bit too far under the plane. And then as we come down, we get a little bit over the top of that plane. We want to kind of make the opposite shape here. We get a little bit flat here, a lot of wrist hinge, and then we come over it. And then the club face gets a little close. So he says he hits some pulls and stuff like that sometimes. Frank, one of the things I noticed is some early extension going on here too, right?
Yeah, I agree with that, Mike. The other thing I see is he's got a little bit of the C posture too. You know, I try to get his head more in line with his spine angle, and that might help him out a little bit too.
Yeah, if he pulls those arms and more into his body, getting closer to the ball, I think, Ron, that would help. We talked about alignment too. It looks like from this camera angle that he's got his shoulders a little bit too open too, right? So
yeah.
Let's go ahead and switch it over to, he also sent us face on, which is awesome. So switch this over. There we go. Zoom in, make it a little bit bigger. We'll put some lines right here and right here. We'll put a line on top of his head here. Let's take a look here. So Jay, we were talking about this move right here, right?
Yeah, you got a little lateral motion there, which, I mean, most golfers are going to have a little bit of lateral motion. They should have a little bit of a bump. He's passing the bump portion, and probably, again, seems to be when, you know, we've had quite a few people on already, and with the exception of maybe one, we need to work on a little bit of lead hip issue. He has, looks like he has a little bit of foot flare there. I might give him a little bit more foot flare, but again, from a hip screen, we just need to check his hip out to see if he can actually rotate it or not. Because he's getting a little slidey there, and then probably going to grab it at the bottom here with his hands.
Yeah, I was looking at this too, and I kind of see it, you know, I think maybe if we make his stance a little bit wider too, that would help a lot, and some foot flare. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like his hip is too far out, and then he's just off balance, and we get a little bit of a flip right there. Inconsistent, right? So a lot of it's face angle problem versus the path, and the path is over the top of the backswing, and that's the way it is. What do you think, Brent?
Yeah, I think so. I think is a little bit slow. Maybe squaring those shoulders up and maybe help with that little backswing pivot. Looked to me like a little bit too centered on the way back. So that's going to make it difficult to get down on the right path coming down. But I think all you guys said the right things there. So there's plenty of things for him to work on.
What do you guys think about maybe taking a fit ball, putting it between his legs, having him pinch his knees in a little bit, and just make some golf swings so he can start feeling a little bit more stability in his lower body?
Yeah, I think you're right, Frank. This leg is really, really straight right here. Straight leg, and I'd like to see it angled a little bit more this way towards the target. And that might help. It might help just having a wider stance out here too, right? And then
yes,
he could get that space between his knees that we'd like to see. But yeah, it definitely a lot of good things going on in his golf swing. There's no doubt.
He's got a good
very
move.
close. Yeah, he can play golf. There's no doubt. He's a good player. But
I might go from the down the line angle again and just maybe get him to. I might get him to pull down a little bit to the inside, and teach him, just a pump drill just a little bit to get the club in transition where we want it to start. So, and to learn to shallow it out a bit. It might be a bit steep there.
Yeah, Frank, you were talking about the arm structure at the top, right?
Yeah, his right elbow looks a little tight. I didn't see a lot of width or separation between, his elbow and the side of his body. I usually like to see a little bit of space in between there.
Yeah, if we could look at it from face-on view here again, we don't see a lot of width to the backswing, is there? You can't right in here. So if we zoom in, it's stapled to his side right there, right? So
yes,
not a lot of width going back, and I think that would help the arm structure at the top. But
give him some Freddie Couples flying elbow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, get it going.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Absolutely, and that would definitely help. But Ron, great golf swing, awesome stuff, and I think that doing a few of these things is definitely going to help. Thanks so much for sending in your swing tonight. And I know that it is cold and snowy over in Traverse City. I hope that you are staying safe and warm this evening. And hopefully hitting golf balls tonight, maybe after you get done watching this. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, he's got a solid setup down there, too.
He does. He's got some action.
He's got a little knop table down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I call it. Ping pong table.
Yeah.
Knop.
Get it going on. Brent, are we ready here, my friend? Talk about golfers.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We're fortunate enough today. I've noticed that the Australian National Inclusion Manager has signed into the Periscope feed.
Awesome.
So
welcome.
Just hit him up on Twitter. Christian Hamilton, his name is, and I'm just hit him up on Twitter. He's about to board a plane for Brisbane, so he's tuning in. So he's picked a nice show to tune into.
Very cool.
But I'm just keen to hear your thoughts, guys, on how great our game is that all different types of players can come out and play at all times. I think that's really cool feature of golf is pros can play with anybody with the handicap system, and I'm sure you've come across different guys with disabilities and different swing characteristics and different body shapes, and we can all get out there and enjoy a great game of golf at different times. So it's a really, really cool sport that way.
You're exactly
I totally
right.
agree with you, Brent. I used to do an adaptive tournament up when I owned my golf course, and actually I had one of my brochures still handy here, and we actually had a clinic for the players in the morning, and then we would have a little scramble tournament for them in the afternoon, and it's a lot of fun. To me, from a teaching perspective, it's a great way to learn body mechanics, how to find a balance point for an individual that maybe has a prosthetic knee or leg or something to that effect. But it's just great to see what it does mentally for these people. I mean, they get so excited when they hit a great shot. And from a teaching perspective, you feel so good, when you've helped somebody enjoy themselves and love the game the way we love it.
There's some really cool things happening in Australia in this space. Our Australian Open tournament has the All Abilities Championships involved with the tournament itself. So they play in amongst the pros. So it's really, really cool to see that happening in Australia. And you can see some of these videos that Mike's put up there on the screen. The Paragolf is an amazing tool, and I don't know whether you guys have had much exposure to it over there, but that gentleman that you saw on the clip there before was a previous golfer, a past golfer, and had a car accident and spent several years off the golf course, and that exposure to the Paragolf got him back up hitting golf shots again, and within 15-20 minutes of Christian's expertise when he's coaching. He was back flushing him down the fairway again, and the look on his face was just priceless.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We, when I was out in New Jersey, we used to host a Pro-Am for the Northeastern Amputees Association of America. And we would put on a clinic, and then we would play with an amputee in our group, and it was a Pro-Am to benefit the association. It was awesome. And it's all good. And Brent, you're exactly right. Inclusion, that is a big deal. Getting more people out playing golf and doing this kind of stuff is so important to our game.
As a coach, I've had blind students in the past. I've coached people with that have had strokes, and it improves you as a coach to be able to adapt the way you get your information through and how you tweak what you do to suit that person in front of you. And it's a really rewarding space as a coach to be involved with. And as the PGA of Australia, we run a coach accreditation scheme, so our guys can sign up and do a coach accreditation, and that can get them involved with that space and allow them, with Christian's help, to access some government funding and to get more people like that involved in the great sport of golf.
That's good.
And I've just seen a little tweet come through from Christian saying that they also now have a world ranking system governed by the WAGR. So it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's a great space to be involved with as a coach, and it just enhances our great sport of golf.
That's awesome.
That's good. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to work with a guy, I think maybe 5 years ago or so, and he just had a stroke, and he was an avid golfer, and didn't think he'd be able to play again. And he was just in a regular wheelchair at the time, and got him hitting, some one-handed shots with driver, and he got in the air a couple times, about 50, 75 yards, and he was just, super happy. And I'd say he was 67, maybe 68, kind of, but just happy to be back out on the golf course. Wheeled himself down to the range, and I just pegged it up for him, and he just ripped a couple, so it was fun. And then I just have my own academy aside from the golf course I'm working at now, and had a couple of one-arm golfers come through, and one guy he had hit about 250. I couldn't believe it. 250 yards, not me.
Impressive.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, that's awesome. And it's fun to watch, and like you said, it is rewarding as a coach to keep people in the game and see them enjoy it again.
Well, I think the other thing you can learn too is how to make adaptive clubs. I mean, you can actually do things with the equipment to help them out.
Yeah, we found with the Paragolf for golfers, we need extra long shafts and flatter lie angles to make those work properly. That second video that Mike put up with that guy with the extra long clubs under his stumps, he obviously didn't have any arms, and he was still managing to hit shots 100 yards down the fairway quite often. And he's I'm assuming it was a genetic thing, because his parents were in the audience of that clinic, and they were taking photos, and to see them use their feet and use different ways to take photos was really cool to see.
That's awesome. All good stuff. Very, very cool. Okay, let's talk a little bit about, for those of you that are just tuning in, this is golf's most interactive online show. We are so happy you are with us. We are at a break right now. My name is Mike Fay. I'm the Director of Player Performance here at the Boyne Golf Academy in Northern Michigan. And right now we open the show by talking about something called a bomb cyclone, which no one knew what was. But now we do. We've got 40 to 60 mile an hour winds, blizzard warnings everywhere, can't see anything. They've closed the Mackinac Bridge up here. Frank downstate is going through similar weather down there as well. Brent Davis here in the top left, he is in the sunshine down in Australia right now.
He's wearing sunblock.
He is.
I don't know how you guys live in the United States. It's much nicer.
Just get out of there, guys, and come down here.
Yes. And Jason Helman down here, he is in Toronto, Canada. So the four of us host the show, weekly show. Sunday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Periscope, YouTube, and on Facebook. So we are so happy that you are here. Let's go back and take a look at this. We do have a contest running tonight. For those of you that would love to get in it, I'd be excited if you could. Our sponsor is Tifosi Optics. And what you have to do to be eligible to win is you have to tag 2 friends in this post. Let them know that you're on here watching it. Type in the words Tifosi in the comments to join our friends list, friends of the show list in Messenger. And after the show, we will send you an opt-in. So thank you so much for Tifosi for sponsoring tonight's show. I'm excited about that. We're going to give away some really cool shades here. Let me see if I got a pair here. Let's see. They have the new Enliven sunglasses. They are awesome. They're golf-specific shades. Let me see. I think I have a pair here to show you. And giving that away. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The lens on it is awesome for green reading. Good stuff. We'll put this on. What do you think, guys? Am I looking good?
You're looking cool.
Am I looking cool?
Good, mate. You're blending down here in the sunshine with those on.
Oh, yeah.
He's just trying to feel hot.
I am. I'm trying to feel hot. Yeah, it's good.
That's for snow glare.
It is
That's
for
right.
snow glare. It is. It's so good. All those folks that are coming in, seeing me in the snow at Boyne, it's been pretty treacherous the last few weeks. You guys getting in to see me, very appreciative to you, and getting out there playing some golf and getting ready for the season, because that work that you do right now and all of us know it here pays off next summer. So thank you for coming in to work on your golf game this winter with me. Okay, next up, we're going to talk a little bit about MFG University. For those of you that have not seen MFG University, is our brand new membership site. It will be launched later on this year, but we decided to let you guys know a little sneak peek, right, Frank? A little sneak peek,
Yep.
I guess it is.
Yeah.
A little sneak peek of what's going on, and we've been putting out a bunch of videos in the last week and a half or so on YouTube. So if you want to go to our YouTube channel, subscribe on there, and every few days we're going to pop one in just to kind of give you a preview of what's coming later on this year. It's our online membership site where you guys can learn golf. And we're going to be filming some stuff later on this summer with Frank, going over the brand new rules of golf. Brent's going to have some stuff on there. I've already got a bunch of videos on there as well. And those of you that follow us on Instagram, you will see IGTV. For those of you that don't know IGTV, it's Instagram television. It's just like YouTube, where longer form videos can be put on there more than, 50 seconds, Jay?
Yeah, I think so.
And there are a bunch of videos on there about learning the game of golf, and some cool stuff with TrackMan, some cool stuff with gears, some fun interactive things with the people that we coach and all of us. So check it all out with MFG University. Mr. Frank, are you ready, my friend?
I'm ready to rock here, Mikey.
You ready to rock? Okay.
Oh, yeah. So tonight we're going to talk about relief for an embedded ball, which is Rule 16-3. And under the new rule, you can take relief for an embedded ball anywhere in the general area except in the sand. And I'd like to give a definition of general area. General area is basically the new term for through the green, but there is an actual definition that I'd like to read. And the general area now is the area of the course that covers all of the course except for the 4 other defined areas. And those defined areas are 1, the teen area the player must play from in starting the hole that they are playing, 2, all penalty areas, 3, all bunkers, and 4, the putting green of the hole the player is playing. The general area also includes all teen locations on the golf course other than the teen area, and all wrong greens. Now, a committee may also adopt a local rule restricting relief to an embedded ball in those parts of the general area of the golf course that are cut to fairway height or less. But again, this is just something a committee can do. You may see it more in professional tournaments than in your local events. And when you take relief now from an embedded ball, what you need to do is the player drops the original ball within 1 club length of, but not near the hole, than the spot right behind where the ball was embedded. So you have the drop area now is behind the ball, 1 club length to either side, and you have this defined area that you have to drop the ball in. So that's tonight's playing by the rules.
Awesome.
Definitely important to know the rules. I think Dustin Johnson got a nice break today. He was up against a tree and he was able to take his stance on the cart path and get relief from dead behind a tree, just X. So.
Jay, I agree with you totally. I mean, the rules are there to really to benefit you. And if you do know the rules, you know how to proceed in those situations. Mm-hmm. Knowing the rules is very important. I try to impress that on all my players is get yourself a rule book, go through it, have it with you when you're out on the golf course. The rules can benefit you. They weren't written just to hurt players.
No.
or penalize players.
Well, we had a post this past week, poor Ricky Fowler.
Yeah.
Those of you see that, Frank? Talking about how when he went to, what did he do? He hit it in a penalty area, didn't he? And then went to take a drop.
I'm not sure. I didn't see it, Mike. So
I think he did. He had to take a drop.
Yeah.
And when he took a drop, he ended up dropping from his shoulder.
Oh, from the shoulder. Yeah.
Did the old way caddy didn't catch it.
It's hard when you got 20 years plus of doing it one way.
Exactly.
Yes, no doubt. Yeah, it's going to be tough for everyone, and that just goes to show everybody can make mistakes. It's definitely fine. That we'll all learn from that kind of stuff as we start playing more and more golf. These rules changes. That's why we're going to go over these rules changes every week of the show and try and have you guys ask us any questions for Frank about the rules because they have changed so dramatically. When we lose 10 rules, Frank. So,
yeah.
That's big too. And like you said, these rules too are also brought up by the committees too. So what does that put a lot of pressure on is the PGA professionals that enforce the rules, right?
Exactly.
So when you have a rule and you say, oh, no, the committee could do it or it's in the rule book or not or whatever, you have to really, within your golf course and stuff, know what you're going to enforce and not enforce and how you're going to handle certain rules. So that's where golf professionals, PGA professionals that enforce the rules officials, all of us together need to know what you can do, what you can't do, stuff like that. So it's going to be a very interesting year. We have lots of stuff to talk about. That reminds us, Frank, you had your first blog post up about it. So you can check that out on the website. And if you guys didn't catch it last show, Brent wrote an article on sand greens, right, Brent?
That was the one. I'm sure it'll hopefully get a few comments and a few posts saying, what the hell is this type of golf?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, strangest places to play golf, right?
It's fun, and I saw a couple of tweets. The hospitality at those places is amazing. You get fed constantly as you're playing. Morning tea, breakfast, morning tea, afternoon tea, lunch. It's a constant feeding fest as you go around.
Oh, boy. Sounds like fun.
Good stuff. Right? It is good fun.
Well, looks like we are about time is up. Anybody have any questions out there online for us before we go?
Turn them in. There's been a couple of comments coming through on Periscope. Christian was listening in, which is good to see. So I don't know if I did bring it up. Christian is a PGA professional as well over here in Australia. Does
awesome.
A great job in that inclusion space.
Very cool. Thank you, Christian, for being on. Okay, well, don't forget to sign up for our contest. This week's contest, sponsored by Tifosi, Win Your Shades. Information is all in the video there. Anything else before we go? And everybody stay warm, and hopefully, and I am so happy we got through this, hopefully before I hit the exit button without losing power, which is
just want to say hi to Shelly there. Hi, Shelly. I'm still awake.
Very nice. Yes, you are. That's impressive. Very, very cool. All right, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful evening. And stay warm.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys. Talk soon.
All right.